All right, let's see what we got. Chapter 4 Two Philosophical Creation Myths. Some say that darkness was first, and from darkness sprang chaos. From a union between darkness and chaos sprang night, day, Erebus, and the air. From a union between night and Erebus sprang doom, old age, death, murder, continence, sleep, dreams, discord, misery, vexation, nemesis, joy, friendship, pity, the three fates, and the three Hesperides. From a union between air and day sprang Mother Earth, sky, and sea. From a union between air and Mother Earth sprang terror, craft, anger, strife, lies, oaths, vengeance, and temperance, altercation, treaty, oblivion, fear, pride, battle, also Oceanus, Metis, and other titans, Tartarus, and the three Erinyes, or Furies. From a union between Earth and Tartarus sprang the giants. B. From a union between the sea and its rivers sprang the Nereids. But as yet there were no mortal men until, with the consent of the goddess Athene, Prometheus, son of Hypatia, formed them in the likeness of gods. He used clay and water of Panopeus in Phocis, and Athene breathed life into them. C. Others say that the God of all things, whoever he may have been, for some call him nature, appeared suddenly in chaos, separated earth from the heavens, the water from the earth, and the upper air from the lower. Having unraveled the elements, he set them in due order as they are now found. He divided the earth into zones, some very hot, some very cold, others temperate, molded it into plains and mountains, and clothed it with grass and trees. Above, he set the rolling firmament, spangling it with stars, and assigning stations to the four winds. He also peopled the waters with fish, the earth with beasts, and the sky with the sun, the moon, and the 5 planets. Lastly, he made man, who alone of all beasts raises his face to heaven and observes the sun, the moon, and the stars, unless it be indeed true that Prometheus, son of Hypatia, made man's body from water and clay, and that his soul was supplied by certain wandering divine elements which had survived from the first creation. 1. In Hesiod's Theogony, on which the first of these philosophical myths is based, the list of abstractions is confused by the Nereids, the Titans, and the giants, whom he feels bound to include. Both the three fates and the three Hesperides are the triple moon goddess in her death aspect. 2. The second myth, found only in Ovid, was borrowed by the later Greeks from the Babylonian Gilgamesh epic, the introduction to which records the goddess Aruru's particular creation of the first man, ebony, from a piece of clay. But although Zeus had been the universal lord for many centuries, the mythographers were forced to admit that the creator of all things might possibly have been a creatrix. The Jews, as inheritors of the Pelasgian or Canaanitish creation myth, had felt the same embarrassment. In the Genesis account, a female spirit of the Lord broods on the face of the waters, though she does not lay the world egg, and Eve, the mother of all living, is ordered to bruise the serpent's head, though he is not destined to go down to the pit until the end of the world. 3. Similarly, in the Talmudic version of the creation, the archangel Michael, Prometheus' counterpart, forms Adam from dust at the order not of the mother of all living, but of Jehovah. Jehovah then breathes life into him and gives him Eve, who, like Pandora, brings mischief on mankind. 4. Greek philosophers distinguish Promethean man from the imperfect earth-born creation, part of which was destroyed by Zeus, and the rest washed away in the Decacolonian flood. I can't say that word. Decacolonian flood. Much of the same distinction is found in Genesis 6:2-4 between the Son of God and the daughters of men, whom they married. 5. The Gilgamesh tablets are late and equivocal. There, the bright mother of the hollow is credited with having formed everything. Aruru is only one of this goddess's many titles, and the principal theme is a revolt against her matriarchal order, described as one of utter confusion by the gods of the new patriarchal order. Marduk, the Babylonian city god, eventually defeats the goddess in the person of Tiamat, the sea serpent, and it is then brazenly announced that he, not anyone else, created herbs, lands, rivers, beasts, birds, and mankind. This Marduk was an upstart godling whose claim to have defeated Tiamat and created the world had previously been made by the god Bel. Bel being a masculine form of Balili, the Sumerian mother goddess. The transition from matriarchy to patriarchy seems to have come about in Mesopotamia as elsewhere through the revolt of the queen's consort, to whom she had deputed executive power by allowing him to adopt her name, robes, and sacred instruments.